That was terrible. I mean, let's be real. They just sat back and part of the bus. What do you expect? They've done it before. They did the low block. We just couldn't force our way through it. You know, final third terrible, passing atrocious. I'll credit Mitchell. I thought he was good today. I guess I'll credit Kamada. He was excellent. Our defence, Lacroix, Camvo, Richards, and yeah. Brendan Johnson was poor today as well. The camera nearly blew it. Oh my God. It is so windy right now. No wonder we didn't win, because every time we pass the ball, we blow all the way back down to fucking Thornton Heath. But no, honestly, I enjoyed getting waved today rather than watching that, because that was pathetic, honestly. Look, 0-0, we got the advantage still. We could go there and win 1-0, 2-0, because they got to come out and actually attack, because I think they had one attempt the whole game, and we had too many to count and couldn't put the ball in the back of the net against these lot again. Wasn't good enough. Poor stuff from Glasser as well. Mateta coming on, getting booed, kind of put a smile on my face because he deserved it. So that was the only highlight, really, to be fair, was JP coming on and getting called a snake, which he pretty much is. But yeah, second leg, happy I'm not going. It's World War III over there right now, so I'm going to stay over here. And yeah, it's all or nothing, do you know what I mean? Up the Palace.
Who's the man of the match?
Man of the match. The referee, no, I'm joking. He was terrible. Yeah, he was terrible. He was terrible.
Shocking.
0 out of 10, yeah. Give it to Kamada. Up the Palace, Eagles. We're going to win the Conference League. And yeah, famous red and blue. Leipzig 2026, bring it on. I'm being positive, lads. Eagles!
England football's finished there. Palace 0, LARNACA 0 in the first leg of the round of 16 in the Conference League here with Durfest. Terrible game, wasn't it?
I think it was okay. A terrible game with us losing by them going and countering and scoring. But we've basically got a manager who is set up in a Europa League level kind of squad to play a Europa League level team, and hasn't really set us up to be a Conference League opponent. And we need basically either change your formation, or we need to change the manager to be able to make the ability to know how to take down these teams, because it seems that Oliver Glasser is able to take down the high quality teams, because he can do that in the Premier League. He did it against Spurs. He did it against a whole bunch of these other teams in Europe when he was playing in Germany, but he doesn't seem to be able to kind of handle the shittier teams in the Conference League that we're playing against, who are going to be playing in the worst league of football, who are going to sit back and aren't going to play like Premier League teams are, or like Europa League teams are, and he needs to change. We talked about this earlier about how he was going to make substitutions, and I don't think Brendan Johnson was the right person for that situation. I would have started probably Cardines and brought Klein on, because I think you need that energy, you need to give people that experience, and that's going to enable people to have the ability, people who are actually in those positions where he's taking somebody who's a striker and putting them in the right back. Otherwise it would have been Sarr. And again, the idea that you're somehow going to not put the right people in the right positions in probably one of the most important games in our season, because we don't want to go to some place in Cyprus where they've got 500 people. You know, we want to be able to kind of progress, and he just doesn't. Again, this is the frustration. He's sure he's a great manager, but he's just not getting the tactics right, and maybe we should substitute him, right? We've got Alonso, who has the European experience, who was Atletico Madrid assistant manager, who presumably has better European experience for the sorts of things we need, because he's managing at the shittier level at the under-18s and the under-21s at Spain. So I think if Glasgow can't buck his ideas and change formation to actually go at these teams, we have alternatives inside that we can use. He has to rethink what he's doing.
That's a great point. Man of the match, if you had one?
I think Camvo. Camvo turned on and showed that he was much more an attacking midfield than we otherwise have. You could see plodding Richards, and you could see plodding situations with Richards and Lacroix. They just sit on the ball. They're not progressing the attack, whereas Camvo actually seemed to give a damn and actually seemed to make the attack. He's the best part of that sense. I mean, obviously, honourable mention to Strandon Larson, but Camvo is the person I'm going to go for this in this game.
Durfest up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
England forward fitness here. Palace 0, LARNACA 0. Thoughts on that one?
What Dan said? No, I'm going to joking now. To be fair, it was always going to be like that. I'm not surprised. I mean, we can't break teams down like that. I'm not massively bothered. I think we've played very well away from home, and I'm still quietly confident.
You obviously mentioned us not being able to break down a low block. What do you think that was? Was that due to formation, or was it that we were playing too slow, or both?
I think the formation's not a problem, because we did that at Tottenham and we still broke through them. But it's just moving the ball too slowly for me, I've got to say. The only way to break a low block is you've got to move the ball quickly, and someone's got to take a player on, and we just don't do that. I guess I've done it a couple of times, but generally we don't do it. But yeah, I think Obviously, the away game's really different because if you get to sort of 60, 70 minutes and it's still 0-0, we can then go to 4 at the back. The last thing you want to do is to go to like an away game already losing. You go 0-0 and you've got half a chance. But we can change the formation away from home if we're still 0-0. But I'm confident we'll score away from home. Am I confident we won't concede? I don't know about that. But no, I'm not bothered, but it was a crap game, wasn't it?
Just quickly, the Brennan Johnson experiment, how do you think he got on today?
It didn't work, did it, really? I mean, to be fair, he did put some good crosses in. He did more in the game than he normally does. But in his defensive part of it, he was all over the place, wasn't he? But that's not his fault, really. But I really honestly think that Glasner thought they would sit back like they did the first time they came and did nothing. So he wouldn't even have to defend. But they were actually a bit more adventurous this time. But no, it didn't work. I think he should have played Klein personally. Or worse, play Sarr and play Johnson further forward, personally.
Man of the match?
Well, they were all pretty average, weren't they, everybody? I'll give it to Kamada. He was just a bit above average.
Chairman of the Palace.
Well, he's done at Palace.